Hey, I'm Nikki,
I'm Kat.
and we're Cat and Mouse Astrology. Welcome to the new moon in August of 2026. And it's a
It's
new
an
moon
eclipse,
in Leo.
new moon in Leo, solar eclipse, still
Yeah.
in Bolt's basket, and now Mercury has joined the 4-degree alignment.
Yeah, there's some magic in the air with this moon.
Does it feel like magic?
Maybe sorcery.
Sorcery. Maybe sorcery.
There's some wild change behind this moon that's coming. And, you know,
I
it
hope it's for the best.
change is what it is. And sometimes you look back and go, wow, all that happened then on that eclipse, but you don't really realize it because you're in the middle of the whirlwind.
It's true.
Let's
Eclipses
take
are often like, oh, what's happening? I don't feel good. And then 6 months later, you're like, oh. Or in this case, sometimes you're like 9 years later, oh.
right. Yeah. 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 This is an interesting one. And we're in interesting times. I'm going to share our screen. Let's take a look at this pretty puppy. There it is. Can we see it?
Yep, there it is.
Oh, great. My battery is running low.
Okay,
Holy
well,
cow. All right. Hang on.
okay, go get a plug. All right, so we have 20 degrees of Leo for the sun and the moon. And oh, why are have the nodes not yet? Because or they just entered Virgo. 0 degrees Virgo for the south node. I thought it was going to be in Leo. It must not
Yeah.
quite have
This
moved
is our
back.
first one, the new access.
Oh, okay. So it hasn't quite shifted into the new axis.
The Leo new moon. Yeah. But we've got, yeah, the next one is going to be in Aquarius. Or sorry, the next one is going to be in,
Okay.
yeah, Aquarius. We have shifted. It's no
Yeah, yeah.
longer in Virgo and Pisces. It's now in Aquarius and Leo. So we have a
Well,
whole
I'm just
different
saying on
nodal.
this chart, it's showing that nodes are at 0 degrees for Pisces and Virgo. So it's just like in the moment of shifting as we're in
Right,
this new moon.
right. We are
Yeah.
in
Okay.
this new moon, but I think technically speaking, because it's at 0 degrees, most astrologers are calling the nodal shift now. But now that's
Oh,
not true. It's because there's a mean and there's a two different nodal uh
oh,
calculations.
okay.
So depending on how you calculate the nodes, it's like black moon. Some people are like, you're not using the right black moon. Well, we're using the black moon that comes up on astro seek.com. So,
It's just a
there
point
are
in space. Come
two,
on.
yeah, there are two different calculations for black moon. There's also two different calculations for uh the nodes, but they're not that far off. So right now,
Right.
this one, AstroSeek, is showing it right at the nodal axis at the
Okay.
0 point,
Okay.
just moving. But some astrologers are calculating it as already being into the Leo Aquarius. In any case, we're done with
Well, you know,
Virgo. We're
we're
done with
done with
Virgo and
Virgo.
Pisces. Yeah.
Um,
Well, now I'm going to back up again. We have one more Virgo axis,
oh yeah.
or hmm, they wobble back. I think there's one more. I have to look it up.
Well,
I'll put it.
whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is
Yeah,
we're starting the Leo Aquarius axis
right.
with this new moon. And so maybe I'll go ahead and when we do the Sabian symbols, I'm going to read 29 degrees instead of 0.
That'd be good. We've got,
Yeah.
this is a major shift in our consciousness when the nodes move into do new signs like this for a year and a half.
Hmm.
So I think uh, there's something new for us to talk about, but maybe more next time than this time, you know?
Yes. I guess the thing to think about for those in the audience is what is the Leo Aquarius axis for you? Like which houses are you dealing with?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So notice we've got a lot of pretty trines in here. We've got the uh, Jupiter, Mercury near conjunct and in sextile with Venus. And Venus is trying to exactly to Uranus.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
Venus
pretty.
trine Uranus,
And we've got
Mars
Mars,
sextile Chiron.
right? And then we've also got Neptune sextile Pluto, of course. So there's some nice stuff going on in this chart.
Mm-hmm.
Really is. Um, Even with the loud things also going on, which, the opposition of the moon, um, sorry,
Jupiter,
the
Mercury, and Pluto,
with the Jupiter, Mercury, and Pluto. Yeah. Even with that
and Venus
opposition.
and Neptune.
Yep. And
That's
Venus
just
and Neptune is
unusual.
pretty close to exact. And of course, Mercury and Pluto are pretty close to exact with the
Yeah,
energy of Jupiter right there and the moon
right,
right there. So
right.
the
And
opposition
Mercury is
of
sitting
Pluto.
at that degree of like where everything was happening a few weeks back.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's unpack a little bit. Venus opposite Neptune.
Mm.
You know, some astrologers don't see as much negativity in the opposition as, when we're at a full moon, which is essentially what that is. It's the light reflecting
Hmm.
the light on some level. So there's a
Right.
there's an illumination possible with an opposition,
Hmm.
even though there might be some push me pull you going on, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like there's different octaves of things, and it can be the tension and the opposition and the contrast, or it can be like the totality and the completion.
Right. Exactly. And so Venus in Libra is at home and, you know, in a really positive configuration with Jupiter, right?
Yeah.
And with Mercury. So its opposition with Neptune, in my mind, is uh, a really creative opportunity.
Yeah, because that's also a trine and a
Exactly.
sextile. Yeah.
Exactly. So
So
I'm
things
I
have
look
a
at
kite.
the Yeah, I look at the Neptune Venus as more of an opportunity for illuminating maybe creative projects, love interests, um, you know, what your spiritual desires are or your,
Mm.
esoteric feelings are. It kind of takes you Neptune can can be seen in a more positive light, I think, with Venus shining its light on it.
Yeah, I can see that. Like these are my dreams, and do I really love them?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Do I still
And
want to pursue them? Do I
right.
want to make them bigger?
And we still have Saturn offering structure moving back towards Neptune. They're still in a sign conjunction. So we're still in this concept of structuring your dreams
Mm-hmm.
or figuring out what's real and what's illusion.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Both, I think, true, yeah.
This is a long process.
Seriously. Seriously, yeah. There is a lot going on. I realized, I was doing some searching of the chart for myself personally, and I realized with Uranus going to be uh, in this 5-degree location for a really long time, essentially, because it's going to go forward a little bit and then it's going to back up.
Hmm.
It's going to be square my natal sun for a really long time. And that's like, oh, I wonder what that means. So
Yeah.
these planets that aren't moving much, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, um,
Pluto.
Pluto, of course, those planets are really hanging out somewhere. And if they're hanging out in a place that has an angle to one of your planets or is on top of one of your planets, you're going to be feeling the rub, right? Positively or negatively. It could be, in my mind, Uranus isn't a negative planet. It's what the change is and how you respond to it that's positive or negative.
Mm.
It just means that something's happening and there's electricity in the air that can pop in any direction,
Yeah.
you know. But what do you think of that conjunction of the sun, moon, Jupiter, Mercury? Because that's pretty nice. I mean, I know they're not exactly conjunct, but again, conjunct by sign,
Right.
a clustered
Right.
stellium.
Right. Well, the moon and sun are almost exactly on my natal Mercury.
Oh,
which
that's
might be nice.
interesting.
We'll see what happens.
Uh-huh.
Um, I feel like there's got to be messages. There's got to be communication issues at play, and probably beneficial ones.
Yeah.
I've been thinking, but there's the South Node in there too, and everybody's talking like this is like serious letting go time. And so with Jupiter and Mercury in the mix, I've been thinking about this concept of like, what are the narratives you tell about your life that may or may not be quite true? Are there ways that you describe yourself and your life or worldviews that aren't quite working like they should or you want them to? And how might you benefit from reframing some of those stories that you tell about yourself and like finding a new perspective on your own identities?
Brilliant. Yeah,
Is
that's
that too
brilliant.
heady? Oh, okay.
No, I think it's perfect. And it also fits in there with, you know, the trine with or the sextile with Mars and Chiron. There's a healing opportunity um available to go in going through that process, right? In
Okay.
healing the way you're
Okay.
thinking about things and changing your perspective,
Hmm.
that offers you a new direction.
Right.
There's where the change comes in the minor trine with Jupiter, Venus, and Uranus, or
Yes.
Mercury, Venus, and Uranus, both.
Yes. Like, have you ever, or you yourself, or somebody you know, they're like struggling with an issue, and you don't you don't know how to fix it for somebody else. You don't know how to fix it for yourself, but then like at some point you just get to a point or that person gets to a point and there's just like this shift and they can suddenly just use different words to
Yeah,
frame everything they've been experiencing. Or you just like sometimes people are like so caught up in an emotion response with some other person in their life and just they get to a point where they're just done and they're over it and they don't even care anymore. Like there's sometimes these things just shift, like you just
yeah,
shift. You just get a new way of viewing things and a new set of descriptors for what you're experiencing. And like you're like, oh, I never thought about it that way before. I feel like that's what this is going to be. If you can listen, if you can quiet down enough to like get the message that Mercury and Jupiter are going to give you.
yeah, I agree. I think that
Okay.
sounds exactly like what's happening. And, there's, in addition to the minor trines here, we've got with the Venus and the trine to Pluto, and
Mm,
then the sextile over here to Neptune, and then the trine up here to Mercury, Jupiter. Notice we've got a magic rectangle in the mix.
gotta match. And there's a kite.
Yeah,
I
and
couldn't
there's a
see
kite.
before.
So
Yeah.
these configurations show movement and possibility. And so that fits perfectly with what you're saying because there's an opportunity for an opening.
Mm-hmm.
There's an opportunity for an opening. Now, when you have that opening, again, there's a cross here. There's a cross in the middle of any magic
Yes.
rectangle. There's always a cross. So that means that, okay, you're going to have to turn a corner. And I think that's really what you're talking about and sometimes that shift can be just like that, especially with the shift in the
Mm-hmm.
nodal axis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Virgo sun. So this Virgo, heavy duty Virgo, um, with the nodes in Virgo Pisces for this last period of time has definitely been weird. For me, it's been I'm in an opposition. There's I think four times in our life when the nodes are opposite. So my north node is on the south node's on the north node.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah. And that shows again the same thing of shift in perspective, but just the nodes moving from that almost 2 years in the Virgo area now into the Leo Aquarius area, that's going to feel very different. And for people with Virgo
Mhm.
um, and Pisces placements, it's probably going to feel pretty good. That's my opinion.
No.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
The letting go, all the letting go stuff we had to do. And that's not just letting go, but it's also reevaluating. And that's what you were talking about, reevaluating how we see things in the past,
Mm-hmm. And how we see
reevaluating the
ourselves.
messages. Yeah. So let's do some Sabian symbols here.
Oh
Where do
yeah.
you want to
Okay.
start?
Well, I'm opened up to Leo, so
Cool.
let's start with the sun and the moon.
Cool.
20 degrees Leo. Intoxicated chickens dizzily flap their wings, trying to fly.
That feels right. I
It
see that
really
around me
does.
all the time.
I think that's pretty
Intoxicated
accurate. Like,
chickens
I'm so confused.
busily flapping their wings, trying to fly. Well, we're glad they can't.
Okay, Jupiter 9. Oh, early morning dew. It's like a fresh start.
Love that. Early morning
Mm,
dew.
early morning dew. And then 5 degrees for Mercury. An old-fashioned conservative woman is confronted by an up-to-date girl.
That one. Yeah, that is cool. So,
Is that not like just what I just described? You need to like get the message to like change your perspective.
right. And there, maybe this is also, can we feel the generational shift happening here? You know,
Yes.
um, I see it all around me. I feel it strongly. There's a shift in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
generational perspective, and those are hard for people to let go of those old views, and maybe they can't. And
yeah.
society has to move on without
Sometimes,
caring sometimes. Just move on because it's time to
sometimes.
move on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool. Well, can we do the opposition though in Aquarius with Pluto? What's the 4 degrees of Pluto say?
The Council of Ancestors.
Okay, here we are still. Uh-huh. Which seems
Perfect. What we like.
perfect. That's exactly. Okay, where do you want to go next?
Well, I'm gonna do 29, Leo.
Okay, 29 Leo. No, Leo?
29
Yeah,
Leo
for
for the South Node. What you're letting
no,
go? No?
well, it's closer to it's 0 degrees, and before that it would be 29 Virgo. We haven't reached
No, it would
yet
be one
29.
Virgo. I was
I
gonna
mean one
suggest we
Virgo.
look at the Leo because it's the Leo axis
Okay.
that it's moving in. We can also look at Virgo. 29 Leo is an unsealed letter, which seems accurate.
An unsealed
Zero
letter.
degrees Virgo. Zero Virgo is in a portrait. The best of a man's features and traits are idealized. I feel like that's what we're moving away from.
Read that one more time.
In a portrait, the best of a man's features and traits are idealized,
Yeah, and moving towards.
moving towards an unsealed letter.
Uh-huh. Okay, time to take a look inside that secret box.
The magic
Uh-huh.
rectangle. What's
Yeah,
inside the magic rectangle?
that's right. So what's
Uh,
our, go ahead.
Aquarius. Do you
Yeah.
want Aquarius? 29 Aquarius. Moonlit fields over one, oh, moonlit fields once Babylon are blooming white.
Oh. And then moving towards, that is what we're moving towards. What was the 0 that we're moving away from?
Zero
Pisces.
degrees. A crowded public marketplace.
Moving away from a crowded public marketplace to blooming fields.
Yeah,
I like that.
moonlit blooming fields of what once was Babylon.
Ah,
Generational change, huh?
yeah.
Civilizational change.
Civilizational and generational change.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank
The good and the
God.
bad of it.
Whew.
Yeah. Okay, what's Mars at 1 degree of
Let's
Cancer?
see. Cancer. A man on a magic carpet observes vast vistas below him.
Ooh, magic carpet.
I feel like the magic rectangle is a magic carpet.
Uh-huh. Vast vistas. Mars going through Cancer now is likely to stir up last summer, memories of last summer when Mars retrograded through Cancer. We had a really long time last summer with Mars in Cancer.
We did.
And so this is going to likely remind us of that. But we had Jupiter go through there, Venus went through there. So there was a cleanup in your house of Cancer. But Mars is
Hmm.
likely is back in there now saying, "Did you clean it up good enough?"
Right. Let's
So this,
reorganize.
yeah, this could add some energy to whatever's happening in your Cancer house. And I think with the healing of Chiron added here, this sextile, this might require some work. But if you pay attention
Oh,
to this, whatever didn't get cleaned up in the Cancer house is, being offered some healing here. So what's our 1 degree of Taurus for Chiron?
an, an electrical storm.
Ah, change. We're back to that change again.
Right?
Well, and Uranus and Mars were just recently conjunct in Gemini.
Yes. Mhm.
Um, the Chiron offering healing to in Mars' passage through Cancer feels like it might be having something to do with the Uranus connection, and especially with
Okay.
Uranus now trying uh
To Venus.
to Venus. So what is Uranus at 5 degrees Gemini?
Workmen drilling for oil.
Workman drilling for oil.
Mm.
Notice it's still trying to Pluto,
Oh yeah. The Council of Ancestors.
right? And there's some drilling for oil. I mean, just in the Pluto sense.
Yes. The wealth from the deep.
Well, from the deep. What about Venus at 5 degrees? It's a little bit closer to 6 degrees. You could do either.
Okay. 5 degrees. A man watches his ideals taking a concrete form before his inner vision.
That seems fitting. Read that one more time.
A man watches his ideals taking a concrete form before his vision.
That seems perfect. Venus
It
is
really does.
watching his ideals over there in Aries with Saturn take concrete form.
Yeah. We got one more though. If you want,
Go
six
ahead.
might be
Yeah.
good. A woman feeding chickens and protecting them from the hawks.
Uh-huh.
So we've got dizzy chickens and Venus protecting them.
Interesting. Very interesting. It makes me want to go political, but I won't go down that rabbit hole right now.
Well, it's the like don't count your chickens before they hatch kind of thing. Is it like a these dreams and things and identities and like what are you protecting and what do you need to let go of and
That's why I was saying maybe it's good those chickens can't fly.
yeah.
Some ideals shouldn't go anywhere, like just, or if you're going to go to Mars, go by yourself and don't spend our money on it.
Yeah. Go to Mars.
Okay, so let's go to this Saturn Neptune. Saturn
Okay.
retrograde that you could do 14 or 13.
Okay.
Or yeah, 14 or 13.
Okay. Oh, 14 brownies dancing in the setting sun.
And we're headed towards
That's
13.
15. Oh, okay. Sorry, that was 15. 14. Oh, I like 13. 14 is an Indian weaving a blanket. 13 is a serpent coiling near a man and a woman.
Christine. Well, those are the points that it's moving through now,
Yeah.
heading back uh towards its station. It's going to be headed backwards for a while now, slowly. So it's hanging here for a while. And what about Neptune then at 4 degrees?
Neptune, 4 degrees, a triangle with wings.
All right. And what's 3 degrees?
Two lovers strolling through a secluded walk.
So what's the
So
lover? What was the now we've got 3 degrees, the two lovers strolling through a secluded
okay,
walk, and that would what was the other lover symbol with Saturn on 13?
it was a serpent coiling near a man and a woman.
Ah,
I think
that's
that's it. That's where we're headed because it's
uh,
retrograde.
right.
So we're moving from weaving a blanket and a triangle with wings to the serpent coiling near a man and a woman, and then those two lovers strolling through a secluded walk.
Very
Okay.
interesting. Yeah, yeah, that's nice. So, a lot of people are talking about the square with Uranus approaching the nodes. Well, we're going to have an exact square with Uranus and the nodes here
Oh,
coming up soon.
okay. When the nodes are at like the 5 degrees, or will Uranus have moved on?
No, Uranus is stuck there for a while.
Okay. Should we
So
look at the
I
5 degree now?
I'm not seeing that right. No, no, I don't want to diverge there. I
Okay.
I'm much more interested in the magic triangle and the um minor trines. We still have a minor
Yeah.
trine with Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. We still have that. That's ongoing. We got the sextile with Mars and Chiron, and then we've got
Right.
the beautiful formed uh, minor trine with Venus, Mercury, and Uranus, and the Jupiter in the mix there. So,
Mhm.
it's with with the squares involved, it just shows that we've got to work to turn the corner. And sextiles require energy and effort. They're not ease, which means that,
Yeah.
this is worth putting some effort into. Whatever it is you think you need to do in your Leo house, I say you got some momentum and some energy to get it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would people need to do in their Leo house? Do we have time for that?
Yeah, a couple more minutes. It's sun's at home. Jupiter is bringing all the glow. It's the big glow up of anything that's in your Leo sector. And
Yeah.
this is a new moon that's saying, start, start. You can start right now. And even with the letting go there of the South Node, um, maybe as we talked about last time, there's something to let go of so that you can start fresh.
That's right. That's how that works.
Yeah. But this looks to me like a pretty positive start, fresh start with Venus in the mix. There's change possible here. Um, but it's going to require some effort. So I think what you talked about to begin with seemed so perfect about maybe changing your perspective, finding a way that you can see the bright side.
Yeah.
That might bring the biggest benefit to the next 6 months. This is an eclipse.
Yeah.
This is going to bring something new
Shadow
with
shit.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that too.
I feel like it's going to bring up some shadow shit and give you the opportunity to change your perspective on whatever your Leo house is.
Yeah. But don't get hung up in the shadow.
No, no, no.
Yeah. Focus if you can. And there's where, with Mars, sorry, with Mercury and Jupiter conjunct, to me, that's a great time for a mantra, you know?
That's
Whatever
what I'm
kind of
saying. Like,
whatever
come
you
up with a
do.
new phrase.
What?
Come up with a new phrase.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
say things about ourselves. We make up lines about ourselves, identities that we then like repeat to other people. Like I had a good friend who like never called anybody and he would say he was a bad phone friend. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm a bad phone friend too. And then some years ago, I had some coach lady be like, why do you say that about yourself? Like, you don't have to be a bad phone friend. Even if you don't call people very often, does it make you a bad friend? So like be careful what of the words you use to identify and the stories lines that you create for yourself and set down the ones that aren't helping you. It doesn't help me to call myself a bad phone friend.
Right. And write down, put some sticky notes up. Write down the new phrases that you want to get stuck in your head
That's
and
right.
say them
Come
to
up with some,
yourself.
yeah, come up with some new mantras for yourself about who you are and what you're here to do.
Exactly. And hey, it's a Leo new moon. Go out and have some fun. It's got in trine with Venus. Have yourself a
Oh, yeah.
blast. Have yourself a blast. Do
Yep.
something fun.
Yep.
It's the end of summer.
That's right.
So, all right. Well, let's stop our share here. Uh, yeah, it's a great new moon. Whatever stress is involved in it it's worth the effort.
It's
The new mantras.
meant to move you forward to new mantras.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have a great new moon and we'll see you guys next time.